come here. We got another building, and we haven't shown anyone anything about it yet until this video. What is up, guys? Very exciting video today because we get to show you our brand new workshop amongst so many other things that have been happening at the clubhouse over the last couple of weeks. We've kind of kept some of it hidden, but today I'm going to fall over the mat. That's smooth start to the video. All right, first off, in the merch room, there's Craig.
Let's go.
Hello. So Craig is in here packing up all of the stuff you guys picked up in the sale. That sale is running for another week. So if you want to grab some Drift Games gear, the last stuff we have from last year at the cheapest possible price. We also have some Jimmy Oaks Garage stuff as well. So if you want to pick that up for super cheap, now is the time to do it. Because Craig loves being busy, don't you?
I love it.
Loves being busy. Loves it. Anyway, we're going to go upstairs. See how the rest of the crew are getting on. Hello, boys. So, as you can see, there's now a fully functional office since the last time you saw it. There's bits and things everywhere. It's not as tidy as it was, but hello. You doing good?
Tidy? Oh yeah, sorry, we're not keeping as tidy as you wanted to.
It's got to be a film set every day. No work shall be done. So, Adam, at the moment, what are you working on?
LD World Tour Invitational, which is coming back, and probably our greatest lineup of clothes we've ever made.
Yeah, so we're working on a new merchandise range, which is going to be coming very, very soon. Keep it secret. Keep it secret. Also, lots of LD World Tour.
Everything.
New locations this year, Keen. That's easy to work with, isn't it?
Calls at all times of day.
All over the world. So there's going to be, technically we can maybe reveal there's going to be 3 events.
3 events.
3 brand new tracks. That's all we're going to say. That's all we're going to say.
Say no more.
Davidis, hello.
Ready?
Has been working on
Drift Masters Invitational, and starting to look at the LZ World Tour because all these things are going to need a lot of fancy marketing behind them and a lot of fancy graphics. So.
Did you find someone to do that?
So basically, everything you've seen launched from Drift Masters. So our team is still doing all the media behind the scenes of Drift Masters this year. So all the launches, all the event launches. This man has been behind the majority of it. Alongside Leitrim's own Blaine, what are you working on at the moment?
Drift Masters, Invitational, LZ World Tour.
So they're busy.
You know Blaine's 30.
Blaine is 30. Happy birthday to Blaine. He made it to 30. That's only the 7th person from Leitrim to ever make it to 30. And then Craig is over here on the dockets.
Just updating my Facebook.
Updating his Facebook profile, that's fine. So Craig will see him in a few minutes because we have some housekeeping to do from last year, and it involves the R33 Skyline that we gave away. We built this incredible wide-body Pandem R33 while we were building the clubhouse in just 4 weeks before Christmas. This car helped us actually make this entire project happen, and today Kelvin, the winner, is going to see the car for the first time. So this is Kelvin. Kelvin, how are you, buddy?
Nice to meet you.
Kelvin won our R33 Skyline, and I was pumped to make the call. He seemed super excited. Sometimes you can ring people and they're like, oh cool, whatever. You were pumped on it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. As soon as I got the call, as soon as I got the notification that I won the car, it was ecstatic. It was amazing. We were shouting down the house. Mum was telling me to shut up. I ran downstairs, I showed her the winning notification, and she didn't believe me. And then Dave called me, and I was speechless.
Well, do you know what? Let's go have a look at the car because it's over here. It looks cool, right?
It's amazing. It's insane. The grain is amazing as well.
It was. You know what? We went to pick up a really boring van actually, and across the road from the dealer where I bought the car, there was a Volvo, quite a dull Volvo SUV, but it was in that color, and I was like, that is such a unique color. I've never seen a car painted that color, and I'm glad we did because it was a bit of a gamble. I remember when we first decided, we had that last minute, maybe we just paint it black, maybe paint it white, paint it yellow, but I think the green turned out super sweet. But there is more to the story, and there's a reason the car is here a month later. Kelvin, why is the car still here?
So, it's really down to the fact I just can't get insured on it, and I have no place to store the car, if even.
You'd be basically taking the car away from us, putting it outside your house, no insurance.
Yeah.
So we had a conversation then, and Kelvin sort of let me know that you were probably going to sell the car.
Yeah.
So had no option to sell it. I asked him, well, if you're going to sell it, can I get first refusal on it? And we agreed a price. He gave me a price on the car, which is very weird because you were selling me back my own car, but that's fine. And he was pretty aggressive on the price. But we kind of decided that for the betterment of both of us, it was probably cooler for us to keep the car because we have sentimental attachment to it, and then you obviously get a bunch of cash. So what does the cash mean to you? Obviously it's quite a considerable amount.
Yeah, so my sister's getting married this year, so I'm going to get her something as well. And then I've got an absolute piece of crap outside that I need to replace. So
you're going to upgrade your own car?
Yeah.
Which you can see the thing, in Ireland, if you're not from Ireland, insurance is a nightmare. And if you were to take this and put it outside your house uninsured, then if it was stolen, you get nothing.
Yeah.
So it's obviously also not a car that probably would do so well sitting outside 365 days of the year if you've seen the weather around here. All right, so Kelvin is going to be doing up his own car. We kept the R33 Skyline, and that is, I think, the best case scenario for everybody. Thank you to everyone who entered. It went a long way to helping build this place, and it's cool that the car stays in our possession, for the time being at least. But we have a lot more housekeeping to get through in this video and some massive announcements, so let's get on to the next big one. Over the years, we've had the opportunity to work with incredible brands and partners from all corners of the globe and use them in all of our project builds on the channel. We always feel like they're part of the family. Well, this year, they're officially becoming part of the family. So say hello to the Drift Games Projects Department. We've been using that name for a ton of time on merchandise and on the back windows of our car. Now it's available for you to buy some of the best brands all in one space on our website. Like Strom wheels, we've got the full range, all the colors, all the styles. We've been using them on our street cars and on our 1,000 horsepower drift car. These are amazing wheels. You can grab them now. Oh, by the way, we also have the full range of Link ECUs. We've got ECUs, we've got sensors, we've got all the bits and pieces. Your car, if it's old, is running on a Nokia 3210, get it upgraded to an iPhone, get yourself a Link ECU, and they do the best stuff in the business. Even championship winning cars are on this, everything from street cars, the whole thing is there. Also, we're gonna have the full range of Sonex products. These things keep our cars super clean, whether it's detailers, shampoos, foams, they do absolutely everything, as you can see. And if you want to see your car while it's clean, well, check out, we got the full range of Tough Lights. All of their different combinations are now available on the site as well. And you know us, we keep our cars low and handling well here at Drift Games, which is why we've partnered up to put on our site for the first time ever, BC Racing coilovers. If you want to use the BR series, if you've got a street car, if you want to use the ZX series for a professional drift car, we have got everything, all makes and models. And we use them on absolutely everything in here, and they are the best. There's no second guessing that. And we can introduce a brand new company to the market. It's Irish founded and owned. It's called MaxFlow Motorsport, and they are a bunch of guys who've been racing for many, many years, who've decided to build a company around fluid management in your performance car, whether it's hoses, fittings, bunch of stuff they're developing. We'll be talking about them in a future episode, but we're going to be filling the Supra with all their gear, so you should be filling your car with it too. And we are bringing some products over from the USA, the first of which I know you guys are going to be super excited about. We are bringing Grip Royal to the European market. We have one here in the JZX90. These are a super bunch of cool guys from the US who are mad about drifting and build some cool steering wheels and horn buttons for your car. They're also going to be available at the Drift Games Projects Department. This is a massive step for us. We've never done anything quite like this before, putting all these amazing brands we've been working with for years all under one roof, so you guys have a one-stop shop to grab some cool stuff for your car. So a reminder, we have the full Strom wheels range, the full Link ECU range, all the Sonex products, the Tough Lights, the BC Racing coilovers, and the Grip Royale steering wheels. We're getting a lot of orders in the next couple of weeks. Some of the stuff is already in stock, so check out the website right now and see if something tickles your fancy. And if you guys don't see a specific product there that you want, well, shoot us an email and we'll try and sort it out for you as quick as we possibly can. We thank you guys as always for the support. We're just trying to push the boundaries this year, and that brings us on to the reason you clicked this video is because in a previous video I said there was 3 parts to the main plan. There was the showroom and the office, which you've just seen. There was the workshop, and there's the racetrack. Well, today we're going to show you the workshop. With all that huge news out of the way, it was time to show you guys our brand new workshop. And in order to show you the future, I gotta go back to the past. This is where it all started for us on this channel, with our very own and first shed that we built from the ground up here at Curran Motors. We had so many good memories in here. We built the Corvette and the MX-5, tons of projects, and we built it from basically a blank canvas. It actually got us our start on YouTube, so that's huge sentimental value to us. When we moved out to go to the engine block, then a guy called Ralph moved in. He also did some drift car stuff as well and kept the spirit of the building alive. But you guys know all this because of last year, the engine block burned down and we ended up back here at Curran Motors, but over there. It's a rainy day in January in Ireland, and there's another place that you will recognize. So when the fire in the engine block happened, we had to start building cars again, buying cars again, and we didn't know where to put them. So we used this shed, which was built around almost the RX-7 Liberty Walk project. There wasn't even lights in there when we first did it. And this was never built and intended for us to use. This was Wayne expanding Curran Motors because he was running out of space in his own shed. So I'm going to take you guys inside and show you how it's kind of changed in the last couple of months. So this place was the perfect stopgap between the engine block and the clubhouse. It was fresh, didn't have all these lights, and it didn't have this ramp, and we only got this recently, and this was where we were building a lot of the cars you guys would have watched over the last couple of months. This, I'm going to remind you, is the Verosa I bought before Christmas, which we are putting back together. Now has BC Racing coilovers. The suspension is almost in. We'll be getting to that in a future episode, but there's a lot of like tedious work that Wayne's been doing on it just to make sure it's a good road car. It'll get there eventually. But now you can see there are customer cars starting to scatter Wayne's workshop because that's his business. And he cut a hole in the wall, so you can now walk between the two. Wayne's beautiful 180SX is in here. He's working on it. Hello, Wayne. How are you? Now, so I'm not sure if any of the projects we have would annoy Wayne to be here, but it would be very unlikely, Wayne, that someone would just buy an absolute shit heap of a car, leave it right at the door, like so you can't even get in and out. That's going to slow your business down. I wouldn't know who would do that, but I feel like, Josh, you're the culprit here. There's just a random bloody, what's it called?
Piaggio Porter.
Piaggio Porter, or Daihatsu Hijet. So Josh has been working away on, I don't know what work he's been doing. It's now two-tone, it's lowered.
Got some graphics. Podge, which is the name, and it's a 4-valve.
You want to brag about the 4-valve. That's the thing, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, as you can see, we now have a new space, and we can't be putting this kind of crap in Wayne's way because he needs to be working. So today is an emotional day. We are going to be leaving our temporary workspace to go somewhere far away. That's going to be emotional, Wayne. It's going to be a bit emotional.
Very emotional.
Very emotional. Twice now. It's like a breakup. You know, we keep coming back together again. We're working on our relationship, and then all the same problems come on. I'm joking. But basically, we're moving out twice. But you might wonder, where are the rest of the cars that you haven't seen on the channel in a while? But I'm going to show you why where they are now is not ideal. So you know when you build high professional drift cars, they're very valuable. You want to keep them out of the elements. The place you don't want to put them is in Wayne's dad's turf shed, which is where probably some of the most famous cars from Drift Masters are right now. So in here, amongst the puddles on the ground, but inside and dry, is the Lowbrain Drifters S13, which we will be giving a full refresh. There's a lot going into this car over the next couple of months. As you can see, subframe is gone, the engine has blown up. Laurie Heinen had a failure in that car at last year's LZ World Tour, but in the previous episode in the Middle East, you saw the new Mass Motorsport V8, which is being shipped from the UAE to put into this car. Full new version 3 wide swap going on the car because the original version 1 was very worn and getting rusty. It had done like 10 more years. And we're going to be basically putting a Winters full link ECU PMUs in this. This car is going to be totally transformed the next couple of weeks. But as you can imagine, not easy to work on it when there's a lawnmower under the back of it. So this is not Steph Papadakis level here, is it, Josh? I'm sure he wouldn't have a lawnmower under the back of his car. This is my practice Solstice, which just did the trip down to Kerry, was drifting with all the boys. That thing is fine. Buried in here, Ryuse's S15 with all the broken panels from last year. That car needs a refresh for some wildcard events that Ryuse is going to be doing. And here it is, Adam LZ's spotless E36 when it landed in Ireland is now in absolute shite after a season of Drift Masters. And that is also, the car itself is fine, but the body is very rough. He had about 700 fires on this.
I was going to say, I think some of the sponsors have gone through the fire.
Yeah. So there's a whole new HDK kit coming for this car. It needs a refurb. So in this dark but dry shed, we've got all of our drift projects for the next couple of months, and there isn't room to swing a cat, even a small cat, in here. So this was never going to do. So today we're going to start moving all of this out to a brand new workshop, because a lot of you guys looked at the clubhouse and said, well, they're not going to fit all the cars there. There was always a plan. Okay, no more secrets. We're here at the new Drift Games garage. You've seen the clubhouse. This is the second part of our 3-part project, and I'm excited to show you our brand new space.
It's just the same place, Dave.
It's the same place, yeah. It's the same place we were in, but now we're back again. So sometimes in order to go forward, you've got to go back. Is that a phrase? That might not be a phrase. So basically, Ralph, who was using this, moved out. He was really far away actually where he lived, so he got somewhere closer, and then Wayne hit me up just as we were finishing the clubhouse and said, do you guys want to take back your old space? And I was like, absolutely perfectly. We need somewhere kind of grimy. We need somewhere to do engine swaps, fiberglass, welding, and this is where it all began for us. So not only have we got the new space, which is super fancy, we got the nostalgia of the old place. So more importantly, we don't have to say goodbye to Wayne. Wayne! We're back! We never left. We never left. Anyway, inside, it looks very different because the last couple of weeks we didn't want to show this because we've been revamping. It's not 100% finished, but because Josh and I go to Australia tomorrow and Craig is cracking on with this, I said I'd show you a little sneak peek right now. She looks pretty damn good. This place had seen so much action over the last 5 years, it was pretty grubby. So we decided to give it a full, fresh lick of paint. Our friend Lillian, who did all my painting in my house, the clubhouse, and now this, he's our boy, did a full revamp. So we painted, if you remember from the old space, these walls were black, the roof was timber on the beams, and then these walls were all chipboard. We decided to match it with the clubhouse to give it that kind of clean grey look, meaning that whatever cars you put in here, the cars are the stars and not the background. So we will be adding some more touches, some branding, maybe some graffiti, definitely loads of storage and tools in here, SP toolboxes. It's all going to be pretty slick. And this is where all those drift projects you saw are going to be stored and worked on. As mentioned in previous videos, I'm concentrating on my driving this year. I'm competing in Drift Masters and all across the globe. And I'm really excited about it, which means I'm not going to be building that many crazy show cars on the channel. But that doesn't mean there isn't going to be crazy show cars on the channel, because I've given that job to two men that are way better at it than I am.
Way better? Well, actually, yeah, obviously.
There's absolutely no reason. I mean, has anyone ever seen me build anything on this other than put stickers on a car? Pretty much not.
I was thinking that was a bit of a compliment, but anyways.
So a couple of pieces of business to get through. Joshua,
Yes, you are.
your black 180 was sold to replace by the Skyline. Why did that happen?
There's another project in the pipeline.
There's another project. And what is the dream for you this year?
Build a show-winning car.
Da, da, da. so basically Podge is going to be on the back burner for a bit.
Podge is never on the back burner. Podge is always up there. That's like your first child, like it is. It's my first love.
We'll just call it off. We were actually going to get... Josh was going to build a really cool show car, but now I've got massive doubts. So you're going to be building something that nobody has ever built anywhere else in the world other than Japan.
Yeah, it's very unique. I think it's very me, and I think it's something that people will appreciate because obviously not many people go to Japan, so I'm trying to spread it around Europe, I would say.
So this is going to be a rare one.
Very rare.
And we're going
very, very rare, so we haven't actually sourced the actual car.
Very rare enough that we have the kit ordered and we still don't have a car, but we'll get to that in a future episode. And Craig, hold on a minute. What are you doing down here? So you're only built, you have an S13, the blue one, it's all ready and finished. You were ready for the show season. Why are you starting another project?
Well, I wasn't, and then I started stripping my S13 for this year's show season a few weeks ago, and then a 180 came up for sale because I was going to put a 180 front on my car. Had the kit and all got, and things escalated, and now I have another S13 that has to be built for the show season.
And you know what? We're not even going to make you wait because it's here. They've been doing work on it at 888 for the last 2 or 3 weeks. It is going to be the first car to get on the ramp here at the new Drift Games garage. And today you're going to get a hint of what it's going to look like because I think we're fitting the kit today, right Greg?
Fit the kit, make sure it's all ready to go to Joey to get painted. The car's all primered and it's been a lot of work over the past few weeks. But test fit everything, make sure everything's all right, make sure it's ready to go for paint.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hand over to the boys that are going to make 2 incredible show cars this year. And I'm also going to hand over to a man that doesn't shake the camera as much when he holds it. Josh, you're back in business.
I'm not too sure about the comments now. Did you get a loan of a trailer by any chance?
No, I don't know who owns it.
So it's just freshly primed, hence the enclosed trailer. And obviously, being Ireland, when you want to bring it out, it's obviously raining. Okay, so first project of 2025. And you know, everyone has that one friend that gets an absolute steal on cars and low balls and gets the cars for really cheap. Well, Craig is that person. He got this for a fairly good deal. So how did you go around getting this?
Well, I had this kit for my PS13. I was going to put the full 180 front on it, fully stripping the car, ready for 2025. I wanted to change the coat for the year. And then this car came up for sale the morning I started doing it. And I went up and made a deal, and now I shouldn't, but now I have a 180 as well.
I assume this car is running, yeah?
It wasn't run, but I kind of know God's engine enough now that I know what could be wrong. It was a car that had too many lads at it, and no one could get the car running. Too many cooks in the kitchen, I should say, and no one was able to get the car running. I had the car running in about an hour.
And you'd gone to about 3 garages prior to...
Yeah.
I know the kit's not really on, and the wheels, obviously, as you saw it, literally placed there. That doesn't look half bad.
It's a cool kit. I will say it is a cool kit.
What kit is this again?
It is a Pandem version 3, so it's a new Pandem kit.
There's not really any of these in Europe, is there?
Not that I know of. The version 3, and there's plenty of version 1s years ago.
That's quite funny that years and years ago, probably before anybody's time watching now, your Pandem BMW was kind of our first hit on YouTube. It was our first video to get over 1 million. That was when you were 15, was it?
Yeah, 15. You just came down, put me under pressure, and made me feel really awkward for 20 minutes in the video, and it went crazy.
Not much has changed, still feeling awkward on video.
Not much has changed, you're right, Josh. You're right, you're dead right.
I was going to say, still feeling awkward, still doing Pandem cars. I think you've just leveled up a little bit, haven't you?
I tried my best.
That looks great. It looks like a crazy pickup truck from here. But it's very old school, like it changes the front end of the 180 massively. So Strom wheels are cooking up a wheel for this car that's never been done before. So custom wheels, definitely the first Pandem version 3, let's say show car I've seen in the flesh in Europe. But I'm looking now a little closer, Craig, there's quite a bit of, the rest of the car needs quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
It's not got anything on the interior.
And she was cheap.
Yeah.
She was cheap. Which is not
He's not saying how cheap. We haven't got that figure out of him yet.
No.
Cheap.
Craig says cheap. It was cheap. And then of course what Craig does is make the cheap thing not cheap anymore by doing all this. This looks great. And I know the lighting is a bit shoddy in here because we haven't all the side lights in. And
I was really going to apologise for that because it's, I described this as gym lights, and you know when it creates shadows so everyone goes in the gym and they have 6-packs? This is what this lighting's like, it's just top light. Go on, go on there, Dave.
It's doing nothing for it, absolutely nothing. So we obviously have to finish off a lot in this garage because we rushed it a little bit because we're leaving in the morning for Australia to go to Drift Fest in probably 5-6 hours from now. So we just wanted to show you guys this. So we've had a lot of ups and downs over the last year, but we really feel like things are coming together now. And while I go and continue my pro drift practice and getting ready for Drift Masters, the boys are going to be building in this shed some of the wildest cars. I think definitely the wildest 2 cars we've ever built on the channel.
Yeah, bold statements, but I think we can do it.
Well, I'm going to put it this way. This is probably as wild. Josh's is on another level. And another level for all the right and wrong reasons, but you're going to see that in a future episode. And we also hid a car. Remember the car we hid at the clubhouse reveal, and everybody keeps asking us what that is. You guys are going to see that when we get back from Australia, and we're going to be hanging out with some very, very cool people. Keep It Reek guys and her, Jared Deanda, Chris Forsberg, Daigo Saito, Luke Fink, all the stars are there. And Jack Shannon from Ireland's coming with us. So we're going to have some fun there. So we'll see you on the next episode. Josh is getting tired of holding the camera. It's pretty cold here. Let's get to Australia.